All right, now we're going to be switching gears to talk a little bit about New Jersey's real estate market, and it is hot, hot, hot. Not even the cold weather and COVID and lockdowns has slowed New Jersey's real estate market down. And we have here to talk with us is New Jersey Realtor Erin McManus-Keys, who is also a friend. And we're so glad to see you, Erin. Thank you.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, we're good. We're good. Well, listen, let's talk a little bit about, you're reading headlines. It's a seller's market. It's a buyer's market. Things are moving. So what can you tell us a little bit about what you've seen? Because it's been different.
It's a little different, to say the least. It is definitely a seller's market. We have the lowest inventory on record. And that is, throughout the United States, but as well in New Jersey. We are seeing, obviously, bidding wars. Kara, it sounds like you have a friend who maybe is going through.
Yes, she messaged me. She was like, you need to ask her my question.
You can absolutely ask that. It started off COVID. None of us knew what was going to happen, right? Are we shutting down? Pennsylvania did shut down for real estate. New Jersey, thankfully, did not. And at the beginning of COVID, I think I had 6 listings and everybody kind of was looking at me for guidance as to whether to list the homes or not. And, I kind of said, yeah, let's do it and see what happens. And then we all know what has happened. This market is crazy.
Right. Well, are they downsizing? Are they cashing out? Is it an influx from New Yorkers saying we don't have to be in the city? What is it?
All of that.
All of the above.
You've got a lot of people who are downsizing. For me, I work a lot in Hunterdon County. Lambertville is my hometown. They want the smaller home, but with the walkability. You do have, the other faction coming from New York and Philadelphia who just want a less populated area, but want the amenities the cities provide. And then you have, I got off the phone last night with a client who couldn't believe how much his house would sell for and is on the kind of cash out,
And speaking of that whole cash out thing, and this is the trouble that my friend is running into at the moment, where they're putting in mortgage bids even over asking price, and sellers are accepting lower cash bids instead because they're trying to avoid the banks, or they just want that cash out. Is that what you're seeing? I mean, is it not only a seller's market, but they're just, it seems like people are just showing up with bags of cash.
People are showing up with bags of cash. You are correct. And if you're in the market, like myself, I'm like, where is that? How do you have that much money? So yeah, buyers are running up against this. And they are, you do have the, people who are retiring who do have that money, and they're, these young buyers are up against that. And what they can do is, they can get rid of appraisal contingencies so they don't have to worry about it. But that means they're bringing, if that house doesn't appraise, they're bringing that money to the table. So they have to have that money. People are also getting rid of inspections. They're saying, no, we're not going to do inspections. Letters. I have read so many letters from buyers to my sellers, essentially begging them to sell the house.
So it is impacting as far as you're not, what I'm hearing is you're not necessarily having to show houses and go through. Is that COVID related because people don't want to have open houses or, show their houses much? So how is that playing in? Is it?
Yeah. In the very beginning, everybody kind of scrambled. I know I scrambled and had a friend of mine who actually did drone footage through the houses. So we didn't have to go in. It's become increasingly easier to show homes. I myself have not done open houses. We're not quite there yet. We are able to go into a house with a client or two. It's masks, it's booties, it's hand sanitizer. Only the agent can open drawers. We wipe everything down. You do now have to sign a COVID hold harmless form to even look at a house, to even, get in the door. So, there have been precautions and we've followed, all the guidance that we were able to get from our associations, et cetera.
But it's not slowing people down, clearly.
People have bought. I had a few instances pre-COVID where people bought sight unseen and where I would FaceTime, through the house. I have had that happen. I've probably had 3 or 4 transactions, and this is just me, this year, where people bought sight unseen.
Sight unseen.
Mhm.
Erin, before we let you go, just really, if you can give us your top advice for sellers and your top advice for buyers right now, what should each be doing to maximize their opportunities in this market?
You know, for sellers, they really don't have to do much.
They can do no wrong.
They can do no wrong right now. No, they still should, stage their homes and clean their homes out and get them ready to be shown. The normal. Buyers, the only advice I have is, if you're a young buyer, hopefully mom and dad can help you out. Because the only way that you can compete against a cash buyer is to get rid of that appraisal contingency. And again, I don't recommend it, but that's where it has kind of gone to.
It's where we're at right now.
It is, unfortunately.
Yeah, such great insight, advice. And you know what? I think we're eventually going to be talking a little bit about, because spring is coming up, spring cleaning, and getting things ready, how to clean your house. But that'll be another topic for another day. It's so
I
good
would be happy to help.
Yeah, thank you so much for
You're
all
welcome.
the
Thank you,
information.
ladies.